Hi everyone, so in this video, it's going to be about going through your price lists. Now, because doing wholesale, you will come across price lists, and having the ability to go through these price lists as efficiently as possible and in a way that will essentially enable you to extract profits that no other seller will is absolutely vital when it comes to running an Amazon FBA wholesale business. Now, what I mean by that is I could look at, for example, you could look at a price list, think it's a bad price list. I could look at the very same price list and place a 2, 3, 4, 5 grand order. Why is that? Because of how I go through my price list, how I look at data points and analyze certain things when you receive a price list that no other seller will do when it comes to evaluating these price lists. Now, first of all, I want to go through what won't work. Okay, this is very important. Now, I can tell you straight away, what's not going to work is you just plugging a price list into a price list scanner and this scanner churning profits for you every single month. Basically, this scanner literally saying, look, you now have this ASIN, this ASIN, this ASIN, this ASIN, which is going to make you thousands and thousands and thousands every single month. That ain't going to happen. Okay, and that's just me being honest. So that's not going to work. Now, that's not going to work for many reasons, because when you run a scan, whatever scan you run, it's going to, well, essentially how it works is it's going to cross-reference the barcodes from said price list to the barcodes for ASINs on the Amazon catalog. Now, we all know that not every single barcode, not every single ASIN, on the Amazon catalog cross-references with the correct barcode. So you're going to get to a point whereby you are scanning these price lists and the scanner is not picking up nowhere near the full amount of opportunities on Amazon, right? From an ASIN perspective, whereby you're running a scan and you're not actually putting all the ASINs for said products on that list, because all the price list scanning software is doing is scanning barcodes against Amazon's catalog. But we know that not every single ASIN cross-references back to the correct barcode, right? For example, it's going to miss out on, let's say, listings which may have barcodes which, let's say you have an ASIN, right? And the barcode on this listing does not match with the barcode on that price list, right? Because the barcode on the price list is, let's say, the old version of the product, or the barcode's just wrong, right? Whereby it's a different, either old or new version of the barcode, or it's the product in different packaging. You're not going to be able to pick that up on Amazon, for example. Something else which ain't going to be picked up. So first of all these listings are going to be missed because it scrapes barcodes, okay? Second of all, you can get all these wrong figures turn up because there's a lot of cases on the Amazon catalog whereby it will say unit count 1, which is what a scanning software picks up, right? In the listing data, it has something called unit count. So it'll say 1. However, in the actual ASIN image, it'll be a 2-pack or a 3-pack, and in the title will be a 2-pack or a 3-pack. Now, the scan is thinking that that's a 1-pack, unit count 1. However, we know the actual listing is a 2-pack, 3-pack, 4-pack because of the title and images. So that scan's going to say you are making 300% ROI, but you're not, because the cost of goods for that ASIN is going to be 3 times more. But obviously the scanner doesn't know that because it thinks it's a 1-pack because the unit count's wrong. So there's loads of different, like, you can't really call that the disadvantage of the scanner, but it's just something that happens as a result of using a price list scanner, whereby you'll miss out on all these opportunities for products and ASINs which are on Amazon. Right, does that make sense? So essentially you might have a price list and run it through a scanner and find nothing, but that's just because it hasn't fully analyzed the whole Amazon landscape for these listings. Okay, so you might run a scan, find 0 profitable ASINs. However, there might actually be 30 to 40 profitable ASINs that price list could give you, but obviously the price list scanner's losing out. Well, obviously the price list scanner isn't finding these ASINs, okay? Or isn't showing these ASINs to you. Okay, so that's the first thing about using a scanner, right? You're going to miss out on so many opportunities, so that's not going to work. Now, what else isn't going to work is going through these price lists one by one, because with wholesale, it's a volume game. And let's say you've got access to 50 suppliers, which each have 2,000 products on their price list. You are not going to be able to go through 100,000 products in a suitable time frame. right? Now, what I mean by that is we want to be churning through 50 supplies a week, minimum. Okay? You're not going to be able to do that going through each price list manually. It's impossible. Okay? So, how do you actually do it? Because essentially, what we want is a blend whereby we get the speed from a scanner, right? The speed from the scanner, so we can get through 50 prices a week, but also we want the accuracy of a real life human being able to analyze these listings, analyzing the full scope of what's Amazon, picking up on certain trends, advanced trends no other Amazon seller will pick on these ASINs to reveal new opportunities for us on Amazon that no other seller will realize. Right? For example, me and you could look at a listing, you might think it's a bad listing, and we'll be like, hang on a second, this is a great listing, there's opportunities there for us on this listing. And obviously, only a human can do that. Not only any seller, a seller which understands what they're doing, understands how to read the data. So how can we operate whereby we are A, utilizing the speed and efficiency of a software, and B, we are utilizing not only the accuracy, but also the in-depth data analysis ability and opportunity finding ability of you being an advanced seller. Well, it's very simple. We instead want to work with the softwares, right? And create a somewhat sort of hybrid model. Now, I go into this in a lot of detail in my program, right? Whereby I will literally show you how to go through these price lists, how to extract profits no other Amazon seller will find on these price lists. Okay, we could have the same supplier. You might think it's a bad supplier. I'll place a $3,000 order. Okay, essentially it's a price list analysis, and we focus on going through the price list and extracting as many opportunities as we can out of the product set which is given to us from a supplier, okay, in a suitable time frame. Okay, so it's not us going through each individual manually, and it's not us again missing out on all the opportunities and just using a scanner. Instead, we work with the scanner. Okay, so we get the best of both worlds, so we can go through the products and analyze and basically miss out on our profitability per supplier. Okay, like I said, I go through that in depth in my program. If you want to see if you're a good fit, link below in the description to book in a call to see if, well, essentially you're a good fit for the program. But yeah, so that's how you want to go through your price list. You want to work with the softwares. So essentially, you are using the softwares to summarize it. Okay, you are using the softwares to give you exactly what you want, narrow down exactly what you want, take out all the rubbish. Then once you've got all the gold, right, or you've narrowed down where the treasure is, you need to go down or go in yourself and extract the gold pieces from the treasure, for example. Hopefully that's a good analogy. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. Enjoyed the video, and that gave you a bit more of an idea on how to use or how to go through your price list. You don't rely on the softwares, you work with the softwares and narrow down on where the gold is, where the gold could be, and then from there double down and hone in and collect the gold, essentially. And essentially find listings no one else will be able to find and make money no one else will. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. Any video suggestions, comment as usual. Subscribe if you are new here. And as I said earlier, if you want any help with the Amazon FBA wholesale journey, link in the description, and we'll see if you're a good fit for the program.